Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. We're going to take a quick look here at Cardano, see what's going on with this wonderful coin. Coincidentally, our only stop loss for this month, if you exclude the other trade that we closed out a little early, we had a pretty solid amount of shorts trigger profit, but this was one of the longs that didn't work out. So again, we're going to figure out if it's worth taking a long or a short at this point. My personal feelings here is that I don't really love trading this coin. It had some really nice confirming factors when we took the trade, and unfortunately a lot of invalidations once we got closer to our stop loss. So future reference, if you are following my trades, just keep in mind most of the time my stop loss is an invalidation level, so that does imply that Cardano could in fact continue lower. Just some heads up on that. Again, a lot of it hinges on Bitcoin too, because Bitcoin just ramped up to 69K and it's like, okay, I don't care about your stop loss. Just going to blast straight through. At least I know that that's where some people had their trigger take profit targets at what, 69,000 if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, we're looking at Cardano here. Thank you again so much for watching. If you could do me a favor, like, subscribe, follow, and if you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is the site. So let's look at this here. First of all, I want to discuss how important it is that this 0.6 level was a previous support level. Now it's turned into a resistance. So we got a lot of people shorting that range because of the fact that that's a previous resistance level for us, or more so a previous support, and now we can consider it as a resistance. Okay, it kind of flips that switch, so to speak. So is it a guarantee the price is going to instantly reject off that level? No, it just implies that there's a solid chance that the price may have difficulty crossing that plane. So we'll talk about that here in just a minute. Let's go ahead and pull up the daily time frame and just kind of recognize a few key factors here. First of all, we lost our ascending trend line here. Okay, that's never a good sign. We just saw a bearish backtest here as well just a moment ago, whereas the price action came down and inevitably comes back out to reject and should continue lower based on that premise. Is that a guarantee? No, definitely not, but it is something to pay attention to and just to be mindful of, right? So when we look at this here, we can see that we are holding moderately strong at this 0.618 fib level. This is considered, commonly referred to as the golden pocket, the 0.5, 0.618 range. Kind of one of those areas that usually the price will bounce. Now we've seen it bounce once, and now here a potential second time. It's the more you test a level, the more likely it is to break. So the key takeaway here is that we could very well be on our way down because of that, but we want to look at other factors too. So volume's a big one that we want to pay attention to. 4-hour time frame will tell us a lot more, but on the daily we can see money flow index is pretty low, RSI is under 50, and stochastic swinging down. Those are all bearish signs. And the same thing here as well. Even though we're starting to plateau, we can still see that we're diverging in the overall sense. Okay, so again, a long position at this point is still not really advised. Okay, taking a look at the moving averages, we're below 3 out of the 4 moving averages, with the 200 trailing behind here at 48 cents. So that implies the price continues lower. 48 cents should provide some support. Is that a guarantee? No, but the 200 is notorious for holding strong as a support and resistance level, but we're not there yet. Okay. Now, if we take a look at this here, the 4-hour time frame, we can see we got a different scenario here altogether. It's not fantastic by any stretch, and what we could do, in fact, we could go ahead and pull out this trend line here and pay closer attention to this, just because that'll give us a better indication of where we're at. Now, again, we're on the wrong side of tracks in every circumstance here, right? We're still below this overall descending trend. So to say we drag this out lower, we're still below this descending trend line, and we are now basically getting rejected off this most recent ascending trend line turn into a bearish backtest. So a lot of times the price will bearish backtest and come back down. So we got two things working against us right here. Conversely, we can also see that we're, under 50 on the RSI. We got, what is it? Money flow index is, while it's increasing, it's still not strong. And then, of course, we got a MACD convergence. So those are some conflicting scenarios here, but keep in mind that MACD is only converging because it's been held down for so long. And it's kind of a natural correction. So had you bought this dip, so to speak, it would have been appropriate. However, you never truly do that because there was another confirming factors. Anyways, what I'm getting at here is a 4-hour time frame is mostly exuding bearish behavior minus a potential shift of momentum, which you never really want to put an emphasis on potential anything, specifically in trading. This is something also to note as well. While we have the conversion line and the baseline, conversion line's above the baseline here. Let me zoom in so you can see it a little better. This is a positive contributing factor. We've got the lagging span free and clear. We're not above the cloud yet. Okay, so hypothetically, we just go sideways for the next 12 hours. We'll naturally be above the cloud, and that could be a confirming factor for a tight long position. Now, I want to emphasize the word tight because really in this case in point, we got a lot of reasons why the price shouldn't cross this level. We're going to need a lot of volume to do that. So leading into 60 cents, we're going to need to have more volume. We're going to need to have confirmation letting us know that we've broken through this descending type of trend, the short-term trend. And then ideally in a perfect world, we get a ton of volume. Bitcoin sustains 69,000, maybe makes a run towards 71, 72. Cardano follows suit, and we break through that resistance level. A lot of those things are ifs and wins, and we're not there yet on either thing. So the truth is, for me, before I have any type of confidence in taking a long position with this coin, I'm going to need to see a closure above 60 cents within about 48 hours. Okay, so I know it's a tall ask, but that is totally something that has to happen before I feel confident taking another long with this coin. Again, we're going to reevaluate if the price gets to that level and see if it's worthwhile. I'll set an alert up here just for S&Gs up at about 61 cents, because if it wicks up there and does a bullish backtest of the 60 cents range, then maybe consider it. But a lot of things need to happen before we can get there. Okay. So again, folks, that's just kind of how this looks here. I know it's probably not what you're looking for, but that's just kind of the truth. That's how trading is, folks. You got to be okay with consistently reevaluating and shifting from one direction to another. The best traders are those who are completely dynamic, and they can be very flexible and nimble. Okay, so do the same thing for yourself. Do not attach yourself to a long position. If it hits a stop loss, it's actually doing you a favor in a lot of cases, right? It's just generally the way. You move on, you learn from it, continue. Trading is a series of wins and losses. The key is to have more wins than losses and to make sure those losses are smaller. So again, if you're averaging into your position, you should be losing less. If you are taking profits accordingly, you should be gaining more. Okay, those are all things I teach in my trading university. Be sure to check it out. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something here today. I also greatly appreciate you liking, subscribing, and commenting below too. Those things definitely help a lot. Thank you so much. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks again. We'll see you next one. Take care.